Yo, I'm gonna talk straight off the dome, man. Fresh out of watching Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Alright, so the very foundation of this video, I want it to be more of a conversation between me and you guys. Okay? Not so much as a review, but more of a conversation. Okay? Keep that in mind. I don't want it to seem scripted or anything of the sort. Just a healthy conversation between one MCU fan to another. So let's get to it. My anticipation for this movie, pretty high. I'll say that much. Pretty high. In all honesty, because of the introduction of a new villain, a new big bad that is set to replace Thanos. Okay? Thanos. We're talking that big ass purple giant that been beating everybody's ass. Okay? That's been running the show since taking it way back to 2012 Avengers. Okay? Taking it way back, guys. Avenger level threats. And this is what Kang is, from what I've been told from various sources, like people that I follow, that I trust, they're legit Marvel encyclopedias, living, telling the truth. And it's just I'm like, for real? You serious? This man Kang the Conqueror, he's gonna be the next big bad? They said, yeah, he is. All right, my sources, they say, yeah, he is, but he's gonna be even better, even bigger than more of a threat than Thanos. I'm like, really? You serious now? More of a threat than Thanos? Thanos was a hell of a threat, guys, man. Nah. I'm just straight up, nah. I don't believe that. After watching this movie, I understand now. I understand why now. Kang is a problem. Straight up. Now, the biggest takeaways of why I love Kang's character so much is just how advanced his technology is, which makes him so much of a threat. This man traversed across many different timelines, many different universes, and developed his technology so much. It's insane. His technology was so advanced, he had force-like abilities, as if he was one with the force, like a Jedi or something. He had force fields, energy projection. It was just entirely just insane. His suit was just OP, man. It was crazy. I need that suit for myself, really. That, forget a gun. Just give me that suit with all those abilities and all that technology. I love to have that. I'll have that over Iron Man's suit, even, to be real with y'all. But his abilities by far were my favorite out of in the movie, and what made me really respect him for who he is, what he's done. This man killed off so many people, all right, with his abilities and his knowledge, all right, across time and multiverse. It made me gain that much more respect for him, all right. And it's just yeah, okay, this man means business, so he earned my respect for real. Now, granted, too, with this advanced technology that Kang wielded throughout this movie, he was beating Ant-Man's ass. Okay, so he even asked Ant-Man, he was like, have I killed you before? And that statement alone was just it scared me. It's just okay, how many Avengers has this man killed? Because he was just Kang was puzzled at first. He was an Avenger, have I killed you before? He just killed and conquered so much over his time. He just it didn't faze him. So I'm okay, yeah, this dude, he a big stepper. Keep that in mind. Kang is a problem. Going forward, I can see why, like, if for those of you who have seen the Comic-Con Marvel announcements with Kevin Feige, he announced like all the different various projects within Phase 5, then going into Phase 6. Like, he went as far as Phase 6, boy. Phase 6. Okay, we going all the way up to 2025. 2026? No, I think it stopped at 2025. I'll make sure to throw a picture in here, but he went as far as like Phase 6, showing the next 2 Avengers movies, man. Secret Wars and Kang Dynasty. So I'm like, okay, if you talking about Kang Dynasty, like, this dude is an Avengers level threat. He really must be something. Okay. So that's which in turn like drove, like, just amped up my anticipation and just the amount of hype that I felt for this movie before it released. Because I'm like, man, anything Avengers level threat, I am down for. Okay. But just knowing that, you know, that we are going to get an Avengers movie with Kang in the title, the Kang Dynasty, right? He must be that big of a problem. So I'm like, all right, lit. Let me learn some more about this man Kang. All right, so I did my research, you know, about Kang the Conqueror, you know, all of his many different variants or whatnot, and I'm just like, okay. So that piqued my interest even more. And once I finally watched this movie, I'm like, yeah, I'm liking this dude. Okay, I'm loving his character, man. Jonathan Majors, shout out to you. You killed this role. Okay, if you're watching this, just know you killed this role. You did a phenomenal job. I can't imagine anybody else doing it. All right, playing his role as Kang. Okay, and the many different variants that are to come. The multiverse saga, man. That's what we're in, the multiverse saga. So I'm so hyped. We're in the multiverse saga now, guys. Keep that in mind. Like, it's a lot of things that can happen. Anything is possible. And this movie showed that. Special effects were on point. Man, shout out to just the whole team. Like, this, you see this fire in the background? That's what the special effects, the visual, all that in the movie. Fire. Literally, okay? All in all, I love this movie. I absolutely loved it. Like, the way critics were just like downplaying it, like saying it was like on like the second worst rated Marvel movie. Like, that is complete utter BS, man. They tweaking. This is like with Eternals. Like, I enjoyed Eternals, but it wasn't. It's not up there with all the other top tier Marvel movies that I enjoy, love, and just near and dear to my heart, like Civil War, Winter Soldier, or Infinity War, Endgame, whatever. It's not up there, but it's definitely like it's not in my top 10 either, to be real with y'all, okay? But it's so many good Marvel movies, like great, amazing Marvel movies. But the very fact that they put Ant-Man Quantumania down there at the bottom for second worst is blasphemy. Complete BS, all right? That's what I say about it. Like, they rated 6 out of 10. I give this like an 8.5. Solid 8.5 out of 10, guys. But you know what? You know, besides Kang, because, you know, I'm really obsessing over Kang right now. I mean, he's just that good, man. I'm loving it because it's just like just being introduced to a new villain is just always so dope to me. Like, come on now. But besides him, I'm just gonna make a whole bunch of other separate videos about Kang, like, later on. I mean, of course, like, he's gonna be very relevant and prominent in all the other movies in Marvel going forward, clearly, because of the next Avengers movie titled The Kang Dynasty, right? But besides him, right, this Quantumania made me gain more of an appreciation for Ant-Man and the Wasp, and you know, their characters, and Hank Pym and Pym, whatever, his wife, Van Dyne, Janet, and Cassie, you know, just all the characters, their world. It gave me more of an appreciation for their world, you know, because I never really was a true like Ant-Man fan. Like he never really was compared to the other Marvel characters in this universe. He's not touching them. He's not touching them for me, man. But you know, he does his thing, he does his part, you know, at the end of the day. And out of the 3 Ant-Man movies, it's clearly this clearly trumps those other past 2, okay? And they weren't bad, but like this, you introducing a new big bad that's set to replace Thanos. Yeah, you gotta be bringing that heat. And you know, one funny thing about this movie, one takeaway, while I was in the midst of watching it, I was so amazed by the visual effects. World building is such a big factor for this movie. Just like the whole quantum realm, and just like expanding on that world when we really only got the tip of it from other movies. Like, that's another big thing I'm grateful to have received in this movie. Just exploring more of the quantum realm and the many things that reside in it. That's a big factor. And like this movie too, it gave me Star Wars vibes. Like I felt like I was watching a rendition of Star Wars. Watching this, like I'm like all the many different creatures and just the ships, and just like this slick could be like another version of Star Wars, another universe. But that was definitely a unique touch about this movie. The fact that it just made me just reminiscent of Star Wars, because I love Star Wars. Okay, for those who don't know, I really love it. The prequels, okay, the sequels are cool too. Not as good as the prequels though. That's just me. But yeah, big heavy Star Wars vibes that I was getting out of this movie, straight up. But yeah, guys, that's just, I'm speaking straight off the dome, no script. Okay, I don't do scripts, but this is just entirely just my fresh thought process of how I feel about the movie. I loved it. I can't express that enough. I'm so excited to see how Kang affects the MCU going forward, guys. I'm so damn. Come on. Jonathan Majors, everybody else too. Everybody else, Paul Rudd, everybody else involved, all the characters. Phenomenal job. Dope movie. Yeah. Can't express my excitement enough, man. Going forward, be on the lookout for the other Marvel content that I drop on this channel, man. Just stay locked in. I got a lot of heat coming. But yeah, just, hey, stay locked in on the channel, guys. Y'all have a blessed day. I'm out.